Monday. It's like 6 AM. I'm going to the gym and I've packed all my shower and work stuff because I'm going straight to work after. We have this like event. It's for like all psychological practitioners across the trust. So it'll be a good like networking opportunity, and yeah, it should be really interesting. Training push, so shoulders, chest and triceps. Time is 7:30 and I've got to go. I need to get fuel on the way as well. Okay guys, I'm ready for an all-day event, and then I've got volunteering tonight, and I think I have to go in for that because I'm on the phones this week. So it's very busy today. It's very busy indeed. Oh my god, no, I don't have my glasses. That's not great, is it? I'm gonna be driving half blind on the motorway. I'm sure I'll be okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, the whole car just shook from that wind. I think that was the universe being like, no bitch! Go and get your glasses. I don't have time to go home and get my glasses. The way the wind picked up and the car shook. At that moment, that's the universe telling me, no, shut up, it's fine. I'll be fine. It's just on the way back, will it be dark? It'll be fine. Already running into an issue. My stupid phone won't pick up any 4G. It's telling me maps is offline, so it's not doing the route for me. I'm simply not gonna do it because I don't want to die. Like, say offline, touch to retry, no routes found in your offline maps. Why the fuck are you offline telling me 4G, all the there we go, thank you. Telling me 4G, all of the fucking bars are there. That's what I fucking thought. And I'm gonna be 8 minutes early, that's fine. Oh my gosh, you guys, I look so crusty. We're at this psychology event. It's not just psychologists and APs, it's like any therapist, psychotherapists, art therapists, anyone. It's really interesting, but I'm so tired. I've had to come outside and get some fresh air, literally trying to not fall asleep. But guess what? I finally got my contract emailed to me. So that's positive, but I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm worried about driving home. And then I've got my helpline shift tonight, finishing at 10:30. Like, I'm actually gonna die. I've just walked to my car and I'm gonna walk back. But yeah, I just don't know how I'm gonna get through today. I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. And just like that, I'm back in that pattern of being sleep deprived. Just don't know how. So I'm back to, how much sleep? I think I got about 6 hours last night, which isn't terrible, but I'm not meeting my standards, am I? I'm not honouring that promise I made to myself of 7+ hours a night, so I need to fix up. I had a really good day. It was a really good networking opportunity. Clinical psychologists, assistant psychologists, any sort of therapist. There were counsellors, counselling psychologists, health psychologists, psychotherapists, art therapists. How diverse a clinical psychologist role actually can be, and you can work in so many different sectors and do so many different things. So there were a few different talks and presentations, which was really inspiring actually. And then in the afternoon we did workshops where we discussed like issues that can come up in clinical psychology, so things like research and quality improvement, and how a lot of psychologists, when they qualify, you know, a core competency is research, but a lot of psychologists don't actually do research because they don't have time and their roles are very clinical. So we were talking about that, we were talking about how to overcome that, and other topics like staff well-being, and obviously like my team, where that's like our bag. So staff well-being, things like supervision, CPD. It was a really nice, interesting day, but the way back was so scary. I feel like my motorway story is getting scarier each week. It was such torrential rain, I could not see a thing. Bearing in mind, I already don't have my glasses, so my vision was already like not great. Obviously, I made it home in one piece, so I live another week and I live to tell the tale. I've just decided I'm gonna set it up on my new work laptop, which I just have done, and I'm gonna go completely remote and do every shift from home, including the phones, because there are pros and cons, but I think ultimately, in the interest of my sleep and just it being easier, it just, I mean, it's not, the office isn't even that far away from me, especially at this time of night. It doesn't take me long to get home. If we finish at 10:30 or we run over, I get home at like, you know, 11:15, and then it just takes longer to sort of wind down and get to sleep as well. Whereas if I finish at 10:30, I can just go straight to bed. Like, my bed's literally there. What I'm gonna do, I've got 5 minutes until my shift starts. I'm gonna quickly take off my makeup, so that's already taken care of. I'm gonna go take off my makeup and get started with this shift. It's 6 AM. And look, it's not even that dark. It's better days are ahead. For real. That's made me so excited. Today is leg day. I have a love-hate relationship with leg day. Okay, you guys. I just got home from the gym and I feel something really unsettling happened. I'm actually freaking out. It's not fucking funny. I'm so angry and I feel so sick. I'm literally, let me lock my doors. Why do I attract these men? Where do I fucking find these men? That's really unsettled me because now I'm worried that he's following me. It's making me feel very sick. Now I've just had this experience, I'm freaking out, and like, maybe it's some other explanation. I don't know. I'm enjoying the sun. Good boy. Just make these protein pancakes. I'll show you guys. Although when I ordered this, I didn't realise how small it was. This is probably like a few servings. But it has 32 grams of protein. It's probably full of crap, but I'm trying to get my calories up, so I'm having 2 breakfasts now, one before and after the gym. And Alfie's very interested in it because he loves banana and he loves peanut butter as well. I haven't been here in so long. I used to vlog here all the time. Just come for walks. I used to run here. It's really pretty here, really peaceful. Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock. So I've come after work. Oh my god, you guys, what a beautiful morning. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, wow. I just did 25 minutes on the treadmill, and I've decided to finish on the Stairmaster because I've just chosen violence today. I'm gonna pop to the shops quickly. Definitely a Diet Coke. Someone commented on my last vlog like I can't do Diet Coke or Coke Zero, it has to be Pepsi Max. And you know, I support that. I like Pepsi Max as well. I feel like I get what she was saying. She was saying it had more flavour. And I agree. I'm not really loyal to Diet Coke, to be honest. I have any Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Pepsi Max. I go through phases. We are heading off. I'm gonna give you a little haul of what I've bought. No chicken Caesar wrap. I'm very excited for this because I just feel like you don't get a lot of vegan chicken options in meal deals. It's always like falafel or some shit. Maps Wi-Fi isn't working again. Hopefully it'll load by the time I give this haul. I got a Diet Coke, obviously. And then as a snack, I saw these Fridge Raiders meat-free bites. I've actually had these before, they're quite nice. And then I got one of these fuel porridge pots, golden syrup. My maps isn't working, this is pissing me off because it says 4G, you've got 3 bars, so why are you lying to me, telling me I'm offline? I'm not offline, I'm very much online, I'm very much on the 4G. Sometimes I have to drive out of the retail park before I get any connection, and it's just like, but why? Let's fix up. Today's training is like conflict resolution training, so it's all about like verbal de-escalation, how you deal with conflict. I'm literally at a different retail park. I've stormed out my car and walking into a Lidl, asking them if they have Wi-Fi. Angry at technology. I'm angry at myself because why the fuck don't I know the route off by heart? Why have I got to do this? Thank you, Lidl, for your services. They had Wi-Fi. I've got the route.
Head northwest.
It says 45 minutes, so I'm going to be 5 minutes late, but you know, it's okay. I will take that. I will take that. Oh my god.
Head northwest.
Fuck me. What a fucking stress. I feel close to tears. Oh my god! Ah! Yeah. It's one of those mornings. Okay. It's 12:34. We've just broken for lunch, but I get to go home. The first part of the day was, you know, all of the sort of theory and principles about reducing conflict and sort of verbal de-escalation and working in a trauma-informed way. All of those things that you do to prevent a crisis or prevent an incident, prevent any aggression. This afternoon is, as I was saying earlier, like the actual techniques if someone puts their hands on you and you have to use a breakaway technique. And I was just like, do I actually have to be here this afternoon? Because my role is, you know, I'm based at home and I'm not patient facing. I don't work in any with a clinical population anyway. I'm supporting staff, so we're like, oh right, no, you can go home, so that's nice. So I'm just sat in my car having my lunch. I'm in the car park right now. There's this like shed looking thing. The man just went in there, and before he went in he had a little look around and he didn't see me sat here. I don't want him to spot me watching him either. I don't know what he's doing in there. I might have to use some actual conflict resolution that I've just learned. But this is the wrap. It's really nice. Oh, I think he's coming out. That was a bit suspicious. You know what? It's none of my business. Let me not cause myself any more drama. I've had enough drama this week so far. I haven't even told you guys what happened yesterday. I was just being problematic. What's new? No, she's got MS. Illness? It's this illness.
MS. Oh.
My lips and tongue are blue. From the blueberries. I have a little bit of pancake left. I'm so sorry I forgot to eat them with you. I have 2 bites left. And I've also got some green tea. I was actually just scrolling through TikTok and I saw this girl talking about how you couldn't pay her to bulk again because she just doesn't think it's worth it for just to look a certain way. It's so uncomfortable. She wasn't happy with how she felt in her body when she was bulking. It made her dread eating. It's uncomfortable, you're bloated all the time. And someone else stitched it and they were like, yeah, plus it's expensive. Someone else the comments were like, yeah, you know, it's only for professional athletes, regular gym goers shouldn't bulk, and all of this. I just found it really interesting because that's not my experience at all. I've really enjoyed my bulk. I'm on I think I'm on week 10. Just wanted to say that because if any of you guys see that sort of discourse on TikTok or Instagram and it puts you off trying bulking, just know that everyone's experience is different. My experience is, do I get bloated? Yes. Like, there are points in the day where my stomach is rock hard because I'm full of food, but that's not like the permanent state of my body, if that makes sense. So I'll get really bloated for usually it's a couple of hours in the evening, because obviously by then I've had most of my calories and I'm quite full. That only lasts a couple of hours, and by the time, you know, the next day my body is back to normal. Yeah, my experience is, yes, I do get bloated, but it's not, I'm not in a permanent state of being bloated and feeling huge. I have been taking creatine as well, and you know, the girl in that video said that added to her water retention and feeling bloated. I personally don't get any bloating with creatine. I drink a fuck ton of water. I drink at least 2 of these a day, so I'm probably drinking a gallon of water a day, which is really important. You want to drink more than you think you should if you're taking creatine. I do get what they mean about not looking forward to eating. Eating becomes a bit of a chore when you're bulking. You know, it kind of does take the pleasure out of food, because you're eating with a very specific goal in mind. I'm not eating 2,700 calories of my favorite food. It does kind of take the enjoyment out of eating, and that's, yeah, I agree with that point. For me personally, it's worth it because I know what I want to achieve, and I know I'm putting good food into my body. You know, the benefits outweigh that, and I still get to eat some of my favorite. It's not like I haven't had a pizza in so long, I haven't had a burger in so long, I haven't had chocolate, I haven't had this, I haven't that, you know, like I still have that in moderation. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm on week 11 now. I've got 2 weeks left. I think I'm just going to continue bulking because I'm really liking how I feel, how it's changed my body. So I've added 600 calories over the past 11 weeks, so I've taken it really, really slow, so that weight increases at a very steady rate. So I'd say if you've seen this discourse around bulking and it is scaring you, here are my tips. Definitely still try. Just trust the process, because it's like, I did not imagine that I would enjoy it this much. I did not imagine that I'd want to continue it. I thought I'll do a 3-month bulk, I'll make X amount of gains, and then I'll slowly go into like a bit of a back to maintenance, lean out a bit for summer. But I'm like, I want to keep going. Like, I want to keep upping my calories, I want to keep training harder in the gym, I want to keep getting stronger, because I've done it so gradually. I think the more gradual you do it, the longer term you can do it, and the more you'll enjoy it, the less uncomfortable it will feel. If your worry is that I'm going to put on too much fat, you need to be making sure that within your calories, the food is relatively clean. What is essential is your protein intake. Work out how many pounds you weigh, and that's how many grams of protein you should be getting. So 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I still do cardio, so I do cardio maybe 3-4 times a week. So still do cardio, and make sure that when you're weight training, you're really pushing yourself. Like, you have to be training hard. Try the next weight up, even if you fail it, just try it. Do half a rep, or if you're not increasing the weight, add a pulse or a pause, or do the movement slower, or do more reps. Lots of ways to progressively overload. It's not just upping the weight necessarily. Not everyone can afford to bulk either. I guess that's the thing. I think in that case, what makes it a little bit easier is if you meal prep. So if you bulk cook your food, you freeze it. Spending money on protein, on creatine, all of it is cost, but it just depends on, you know, what you're able to spend your money on, and what you want to spend your money on as well. This is the shit I'm not good at. So we've got this. This. Who knows what this is for? Does this attach on the bottom? No. This. Hello. Goes there. This. Got a meeting soon. Okay, this goes in here. I don't start on the phones till next week. That's fine. I've just had a meeting. I've got another one in 10 minutes, 3:30 till 4, and then I have a 4 till 4:30, and then at 4:30 I'm finished, and I'm logging off, and I'm probably gonna have another nap because, boy, I just want this headache to go away. I think it's tiredness, so I'm gonna sleep. What am I like? Yeah, we'll sort this out tomorrow. Oh, it's called a TP link. Yeah, you all know what that is, right? Oh, don't even ask. Girl, bye. Just got off a meeting with my manager. It was really good. We just like clarified what my priorities will be for next week. So I'm gonna take my first call next week. I need to set up my phone and stuff. Going to a meeting, and I'm involved with a project in May. It's Dying Matters Week, so it's basically raising awareness around bereavement and grief and what support's available, and also some research around sleep. So I've got a few projects going on. This week I've just felt unhinged. Like, the biggest unhinged chaotic vibes have come from me this week. Is Mercury in retrograde? I don't think it is. Like, my map's not working. Guys, the incident on Tuesday, so embarrassing. You guys know, if you've been watching my vlogs, that I was seeing a guy around, when was it, sort of February time, and I ended things with him around Valentine's Day because things went left. Since I ended things with him, he'd been really respectful. Actually, he'd been really like boundaried, like not coming up to me in the gym, like giving me space, and it was all good. As I said, he'd been giving me my space, but on Monday he came up to me in the gym and he was trying to, like, you know, how have you been, and how's work, and how's your training, like how's the gym going, blah blah blah. And I was just really like dismissive, and reflecting back, I shouldn't have even responded. Like, I just need to like be a bit firmer, but I was just very like, good, okay, you know, or just like not responding to half, you know, to some of his questions. He was ill, and the only question I asked him back was, why are you in the gym if you're ill? So then on Tuesday I go to the gym and he's not there. So, you know, maybe he's ill, right? So maybe he's off work, he's at home sick, whatever, he's not at the gym. And then at the end of my workout, I'm sat in my car just scrolling through my phone for a couple of minutes before I head off home, and then this car goes by the back of me, right? And I just see it pass by in my rear view mirror, and it looks like the back of his car, because his car is quite distinct. His car is really loud, like you can hear his car from the like, if he were to drive into the retail park, you could hear him from the other end of the retail park driving in or leaving. This car looked just like the back of his, and it was loud as fuck, and it went by the back of me and then left. I could hear it leaving the retail park, and my fight or flight just kicked in. So confused. I was like, what the fuck is he doing here at this time? It was around like 9 AM. I was like, he'd be at work at this time. What's he doing here? And I was trying to think of other possibilities, but I was basically just scared that he was following me. I was like, well, maybe he just came to go to a different shop and he just left, or maybe he is off work but he wanted to come to the gym. Maybe he then saw my car and decided, actually I don't want to see her, and he drove off. Like, I thought of different possibilities. I was just like, you know, I'd seen certain red flags, so I was like, what if he's that type of guy and he's following me, he's gonna do something? And I was genuinely so fearful. Didn't even wait till I got home. I was stopped at a traffic light. I DM'd the gym manager and I was like, please can you check the CCTV footage? I think blank might have just been at the gym. you know, but he didn't go to the gym. I'm worried he's following me. And in fairness to the gym manager, he was really reassuring. He checked the CCTV. He was so reassuring about it. I was gonna go shower after the gym. I was this close to telling my parents, whilst I'm in the shower, if a man of this description knocks on the door, do not answer it. Because I was scared that this man had just had this agenda for the day. Like, I'm gonna take the day off work and I'm gonna harm this girl. Like, I was actually really scared. And I was scared and I was so angry. I wanted there to be another explanation to this. I wanted the manager to be like, it's not his car, or like, yeah, he was there, but like you could see in the CCTV that he just went into like B&M or something. Like, because I didn't want this to escalate. I knew that like if it looked suspicious on the CCTV, like it was just going to be messy. This is why you don't do things when you're in fight or flight mode. You need to give yourself like an hour and a half for the adrenaline to leave your body so that you can then think calmly and make decisions. Because what I did next was, I was sat here, I unblocked this man and I called him. Bruh. Because I was like, I need him to know that I'm not the one. He's not gonna harass me, he's not gonna stalk me. So I called him. I called him and he was like, hello. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was so confused. He was like, what? I was like, what was that? I'm at work. I never went to the gym today. I was too ill to go to the gym. And I was like, oh really? But you're at work? He was so confused. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna ask blank to check the CCTV. So, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. I never went to the gym today. And I was like, okay, great. And then he ended up apologizing to me. I don't, for inconveniencing me, I don't know. The whole time he was stood in his place of work receiving that call. He was feeling ill. He was probably at work when he did not want to be at work. And it was probably the last thing that he needed that morning. And I ruined his day by 9 AM sharp. Day was ruined. After that call ended, I blocked him again. And then I was thinking like, okay, well, the gym manager will get back to me soon about the CCTV. Shortly after, I get a message from the manager being like, yeah, I checked the CCTV. I can see why you'd think it's his car, but it's not. It's a different model. I've also spoken to him and he's told me he's been at work. I was so relieved. But then after that relief wore off and I actually, like, I'd calmed down. I like reflected on it and I was like, that whole situation was so messy and dramatic. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I took the piss. So, you know, going forward, I need to not do that. I need to not take the piss. You know, learn from me and learn that you need to keep yourselves accountable, guys. One thing about me is I will always check myself. I'll always keep myself accountable. Also, before you accuse your ex of stalking or harassing you, it needs to be a pattern. You know, it's like, I think the thing is, the first gym stalker that I had, the mistake I made was leaving it too long before reporting. So I was just like, as soon as this happened, I wanted to tell someone about it straight away. And it's like, but even if he was there, it could have just been a coincidence, or like, you know, it needs to be a pattern. How confused he sounded. He was like, hello? And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Whole time the man was stood in his workplace thinking, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm literally at work minding my business and you're unblocking me and shouting at me down the phone. So giving him a headache. I think like this weekend I just need to stay the fuck in my house and just like burn some sage or something and just like, you know, take like 5 mindful breaths and just think about my happy place and really just reset my whole brain chemistry, and then go into next week like just super calm, like super zen, like you know, and then I'll look back to this week and be like, who was that? And if he comes up to me and brings it up, I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, that wasn't me. Just wanted to share that in case that made anyone feel better about their life. At least you didn't do that this week. Yeah. Gym. I am so happy it's Friday, I can't even explain. I cannot wait to do nothing this weekend. Okay guys, we are home from the gym. Oh, I've got that Friday feeling. I had a pretty good leg session, but I didn't actually do my cast glute bridges or hip thrusts, which is crazy because that's sort of like an essential for me in all my leg days. But it was just the box that I wanted was just constantly being used. So I warmed up on the hip thrust machine with the intention of doing my heavy cast glute bridges after, but the thing wasn't free and I just wanted to do the other exercises. I did have a complaint filed about me, which is so fair enough because I was out of line on the other day. Yeah, so I kind of saw it coming and I was like, you know, fair enough. I get it. So had a chat with the manager, but it's all okay now. The thing is, I went into it already like taking accountability. I was like, yeah, I'm embarrassed about what happened and I already know that I could have dealt with it differently, and the whole thing was just inappropriate. My mum was like, why, even if he was stalking you, why are you aggravating him? Why are you calling him, shouting at him? Good question, good question. So it's just a bit embarrassing, and I know I could have handled that differently. First of all, just, you know, being a bit more boundaried. You know, if I have a complaint, I have to follow a complaint procedure. I send an email, not just DM the manager on Instagram. Like, that's a bit unprofesh. You know, that's a bit. And second of all, I shouldn't have even reported it because I should have got home, reflected on it and just thought it was probably nothing, or like, let's see if it happens again. You know, it has to be a pattern of behavior. I should have just gone home and calmed down first. Don't make decisions when you have that increased adrenaline in your body, because I know this as a psychologist. When you're in fight or flight mode, your body is just survival mode. The adrenaline is pulsing around your body, and the sensible part of your brain shuts the fuck down. So don't make decisions when you're in fight or flight mode. When you're in that panic mode, do not make those decisions. Just focus on getting yourself regulated again. Okay? Focus on getting yourself regulated again, which is normally around 90 minutes. Like, I know this shit. This is my bread and butter. And why do I forget it for myself? So anyways, wait around 90 minutes. Let that adrenaline leave your body and then reflect on it. And then see what you make of the situation. And then decide if you want to take action. That's the first thing I should have done, was wait. I think if I would have waited, I wouldn't have asked it to be investigated. I would have just been like, that was a weird thing that happened the other day. You know, that was a weird thing that happened this morning, but it's probably nothing. Let me just be vigilant going forward. Let's just see if it happens again. See, that's what I should have, that should have been the conclusion that I drew from the situation. You know, let's just be vigilant. Let's just be careful going forward. You know, it's on my radar. So basically, he reported it, you know, and I get that. And the manager was like, you know, at this point, I think just need to have a conversation with you. So basically, I'm not getting kicked out of my gym. I've got an 11 o'clock meeting and a 1 o'clock meeting. The 11 o'clock meeting. Every single Friday we have an 11 o'clock coffee catch up, which is strictly like non-work stuff. Trying to decide whether I want to go out tonight. The way I was like, yeah, I cannot wait to just do nothing, but I'm like, my cousin was like, do you want to go for a few drinks? I mean, don't tempt me with a good time. I'm actually exhausted. I need an early night, that's what I need. I'm gonna go make lunch, and then I've got another meeting at 1. Chances of me getting my ass in that. Like, this is how much, this is, do you know what I mean? Let's be for real. Let's be for real. And this bit sort of comes sort of around and outside your bum to sort of give it a lift. And it's just way too small. I'd need a large. And they just looked hilarious on me. Gorgeous colour though. And from the front, they looked good. Like, they're really sculpting. They hug you. They, you know, pull you in nicely. But the bum just looked hilarious. So I don't know what to do with them. I have indeed made a toasty. We've got a tuna cheese toasty. Alfie is very interested in it. Aren't you? And Mum's just packaging up a vintage order. What did we sell? Sold one of her Ted Baker coats. I'm taking my work downstairs because I'm just so bored of my room. And we have an Alfie downstairs. He's my baby. So I'm just gonna set up here. You can probably hear my dad on his meeting, on his call.
Things. Yeah. I don't even know why I brought up some.
Officially doing nothing this weekend, and I'm so excited. Had dinner and we watched Dead to Me. We watched a couple of episodes. I think we're going to watch Paranormal Activity 3 all together because we watched the first 2 last weekend. You can't decide between the 2. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Sit. Wait. Wait. Good boy. Oğlun nerede? Oğlun.
How are you? What are you ringing for?
Alfie.
Because we have like £1,200.
Guys, I'm so tired. It's 10 o'clock. We just finished Paranormal Activity 3. We watched number 1 and 2 last weekend after my bottomless brunch. Did we watch both in one night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we just finished watching number 3. I'm so tired. I'm so glad I didn't go out tonight. Oh my gosh, I could not think of anything else. I'm exhausted. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna go to the gym and edit this vlog. That's the only thing on the agenda. I think my parents are gonna be out most of the day, so I'll have the house to myself, which is nice, because that never happens. And then Sunday is Mother's Day. I've ordered flowers to be delivered for my mum. And I think we might go out for brunch or lunch, and then in the evening my grandma, my dad's mum, is coming over for dinner. So Sunday will be busy, but tonight and tomorrow will just be really uneventful. I'm gonna end this vlog here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash the thumbs up down below, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.